What's up, YouTube? As well as Twitch Frogs. Wojtek, massive round of applause. We haven't been able to use Twitch chat display over here because stuff is broken. But Wojtek is all like, boop, presto changeo. Then he has LAWL chat and it pops up from the VOD. So shoutouts to Wojtek and what he's been doing. But this song's a banger, actually. Shoutouts to Moonrise by Harris Heller. DMCA free music, Stray Beats, check it out. We are going to be talking about something that happens tomorrow. For those that do not know, there's been a lot of conversation surrounding, hey, I want to go to this live event for the Winter Major. How can I do it? When can I do it? What's the plan? And the nice thing is we finally have an answer. We knew the answer actually ahead of time. There was a leak of it actually, where Ticketmaster, the ones that are hosting the place to buy tickets, ended up leaking on accident the URL on where you can find where to buy tickets. So we already knew this ahead of time, but now it's been made official. So we've actually known this for a couple days. If you guys didn't see the tweets, so you should follow people like myself on Twitter and try to tweet this stuff out. But we do have an official post by Psyonix about what the tickets for the major are, how much they're going to cost, what they encompass, and some concerns I have. So let's transition to the blog post and talk about it. The blog post says RLCS Winter Major tickets go on sale Friday, which we knew. February 9th is when this came out, which is technically today when we're recording this. This video will come out tomorrow on the 10th. Tickets will be on the next day. So for those watching on YouTube Frogs, the next day, February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific, tickets for the Rocket League Championship Series Winter Major at the YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California will go on sale. If you guys don't know, this is at the SoFi Stadium. And I don't think people realize how cool that actually is. It's something that I didn't put enough emphasis on either when I talked about the major. This is where the Super Bowl is being held, which is kind of crazy to think that like one of their like off venues, I don't even know how to describe it, but like it's a 227,000 square foot area and they have another theater inside the stadium location, which is the YouTube Theater. So it holds about 5 to 5,500 seats that we're going to be allowed, 6,000 total for the venue space, but you got to allocate for production and casters and all that kind of stuff. So that is the situation. But tickets go on sale officially Friday, and I've got some concerns. So they say, hey, there's probably some questions, so you got a frequently asked question talking about different things. So we're going to go through those, and I have my own concerns as well, and I'll try to provide some insight on it. So tickets can be purchased via Ticketmaster. They will be available Friday the 11th at 10 a.m. and click here to purchase once they're live. If you guys are looking to buy tickets, this video will come out at 10 a.m. We'll do that. Well, as soon as tickets go live, I'll put out a video link in the description to this blog post where you can click here to open up that page. So this will come out in sync. Not the boy band, but the announcement. How much will tickets cost? This is something a lot of people are wondering. I was saying anywhere from like 35 to 50, probably on the higher end. It is on the higher end. So plaza and balcony seating will be 50, 75 after fees. Orchestra seating will be 70, 55 after fees. So the prices have gone up a little bit, which makes sense, right? You would expect them to go up a little bit just because you would hope that majors and everything have the same quality as a world championship. So if they are going to be making this extravagant event, then they obviously have to have costs associated to it. So I expect things to be a little bit more. I do expect as well when the world championship does happen, when it's 2 weeks with wild card and stuff, wild card seating is going to be significantly less if they decide to let people be live for that. And then world championship, where it's only the top 16 in the world, is going to be more. Playoff days, final bracket days versus whatever, there's going to be different prices associated to it. So expect things to go up a little bit more. Again, they got to recoup costs. It is a business. Is my ticket valid for both days? Yes. That is something that has always happened with RLCS, something they've been always good about. It is a RLCS pass. It is not, hey, you're purchasing for 1 day. Again, that might change for the World Championship, but for majors and stuff, they're like, yep, you can go. It is 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Assigned seating is going to be a thing. The ticket you buy will have your section and seat number. I will say, in the past, they've been pretty lenient about this. As long as you are in your appropriate section, for the most part, they let everybody just kind of pack it in. And if someone's like, hey, that is my seat, then usually people will adhere to it. But a lot of times the community will discuss and talk and be like, hey, I want to go here. I want to hang with my friends who are over here. Is it okay if we... And people are there to just hang out with their friends and have a good time. So even though there is assigned seating, it has never been like too super strict. This is where my concern comes into play. How many tickets can I buy at a time? Say I'm awake early and my friends are not, and I want to buy tickets for all of us so we can sit together. How many can I buy? And it's 8. I have major concerns about that. One, who actually has 7 other friends? Let's be real. Who actually has 7 friends? 2, on jokes aside part of things, the real concept to this I'm worried about is scalpers. Scalpers have become very prevalent during the COVID situation more than ever. It's why PS5s are really difficult to get. It is why graphics cards are really tough. People are buying in massive quantity, and then once things are sold out, they are reselling them for exorbitant prices. I do definitely think that if I'm like a content creator, or if I'm a person in the community that also has a lot of other people, like for example, say people in my Discord from the like Lawler Discord are like, yo, let's go to the LAN, we're all local, let's go hang out together, let's coordinate some seats. I can tell you there's probably more than 8 people that want to do that. The difficulty is, how do you scale the amount of tickets to avoid bots coming in that can possibly just purchase a bunch at once? Like, there's so many different things that I have concerns about scalping and botting and buying a bunch of tickets and then being able to resell it, where people who don't even intend to go are just trying to sell it to make a profit. And I do think 8 is a lot. I hope people aren't that scummy. I think scalpers are like low tier people. It's just not okay. Like, there's a limited quantity and people have been waiting years to go to this. The problem is I hope people don't ruin that experience for others and make the price exorbitant to where now they can't. Like, it's definitely a concern. 8 is a lot of tickets that one person can buy, and if there's a bot or anybody else that comes out and just goes and picks a bunch of them up, I am worried that there is going to be some people, because there is limited quantity. This is the first time, like I mentioned, in 2 years that people are able to attend in person. It's at a pretty big hub in LAX. Like, it's just right next to the airport for the most part with Inglewood. So I do think there is going to be a lot of people that attempt to go. And I hope that even though 5,000 is like twice the size of what London was, that we don't run into the issue that I think may happen. I think these tickets are going to go extremely fast. I think that at a very rapid rate, these tickets will be gone. Figure probably a half hour, I would expect things to be sold out by. I really do. I'm very concerned about this, and I hope it's not a problem, but yeah, I'm a little bit worried, if I'm being completely honest. I really am. I can tell you guys right now, I will not be buying a ticket as much as I want to. I just weighing the pros and cons. If you guys would like to know my reasoning behind that, come by the stream, twitch.tv/Lawler. I will explain why. And I'm sure people in chat right now, not that you can see it, they might be asking in a bit here as to why that is. I will explain later. But I've talked about it in chat before. I will not be buying a ticket as much as I would like to. I am hoping that I still can attend in some capacity. No details on that because of NDA, but I do hope that there will be options for me to do some stuff. So I'll get into that in a future video. But for those that don't know the dates of the event, we talked about this. The major itself is the 23rd of March to the 27th. The first 3 days are the group stage. Round robins, these teams. Normally people are like, well, normally we only do groups in lower round 1 in 1 day. We also don't have 16 team streams to watch all these matches on. You have 1. So I assume there will be an A stream and a B stream or something to that capacity. They have 3 days to get through all the groups and all the round robin. They'll probably do a group per day or something and then some, but they're going to have to find a way to get through a lot of these matches. So I expect there to be an A stream and a B stream with high profile matches on one and other good ones on the other to crush through. But the days that people actually can go in person, what you are buying a ticket for is the playoff bracket, the 26th and the 27th. That is it. You are going for the playoffs, the elimination days, nothing else. The format is following the exact same situation. In a future and upcoming video, make sure you guys hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on that. I will be trying to break down where I think the teams are going to go for seeding. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure I can figure out like which teams will be placed where and how we can think groups are going to play out. I'll try to like assume that based upon previous results and what may go into it, and try to help you guys out with that. So I'll try to do that in the future. Days will start. This is also important. A lot of people don't remember, like, yo, these are going to be long days. They're probably going to be like 4 to 6 hours minimum. They start at 9 a.m. Pacific. Gates open. You can get into the venue at 9 a.m. Matches will start at 10 a.m., which is noon my time, which is great because I think that's a perfect time to wake up and watch some Rocket League. EU days start early, and I don't like it. It means I got to wake up at like 8:30 a.m. I kind of hate it. even earlier. Like, I've been waking up at like 7 a.m. to watch EU so I can work out beforehand. It sucks. Boohoo. First world problems for me. Will there be COVID health and safety regulations in place? Yes, 100%. You either have to have a proof of vaccination. That applies to everywhere in California. If you want to go out to restaurants in California, if you want to go to public places, any of that kind of stuff, to get into venues, you have to have proof of vaccination. Have to. No ifs, ands, or buts. It is the only thing that allows you to get into a restaurant or otherwise. Keep that in mind. They are also allowing, if you do have a negative COVID test, then you do have the ability to get in as well. So those are the two things. You will be wearing a mask the entire time. Keep that in mind. This is what they say you need to bring each day on event. Tickets, proof of vaccination or negative COVID test within 24 hours of an antigen test or within 48 hours of PCR test. If you guys don't know this, a little bit of insight. When I went to Ukraine, that is definitely not true. It is Nettles. Anytime I went to a restaurant, I had to have like a negative COVID test. Like, I had to have a vaccination card. When I was in LA for G4 TV, I had to. Like, anytime I went out in public, and maybe it could have been the places that we went to, but anytime I went to get food, anytime I went to a place, I had to have proof of vaccination card. When we went to Ukraine, before I left, I had to get a PCR test. So that was going to like CVS or Walgreens, scheduling a test. Make sure you do it ahead of time. Getting those tests are very difficult. There is a ton of people getting them right now. So make sure that you schedule them like at least 2 weeks plus in advance. So if you are planning to leave on Friday to fly out, make sure you have a test scheduled for Thursday or Wednesday. So get that test. It'll take a little bit for you to get your results back, usually 24 to 36 hours. That will then show if you're positive or not. And if your test negative, then you are good. So I do recommend PCR tests myself. They are the ones that go to the lab. They're a little bit more strict. So that stuff is important. But you are better off just being vaccinated, personally. If you have a vaccination card and go, boom, no symptoms, we're good. And then they go, okay, have fun. Wear a mask. The end. So that stuff is important. Keep that in mind. So there is some things that I hope people are aware of, because they will not be lenient on this. It is all or nothing. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't, goodbye. So again, they're trying to do what they can to keep people safe, keep people from getting sick. And that's the way that it's going to go. But ultimately, my biggest concern, for sure, is ticket sales. The concern that what happens if we do have scalpers, bots, etc. purchasing tickets. I hope that's not the case. I hope people don't do that stuff. Only buy with what you need. If you buy a spare ticket or an extra ticket and you have people that can no longer attend, because I do think that will happen, right? There will be times where I do think that there's going to be people that go, they test positive, and then all of a sudden it's like, shoot, I got a spare ticket. Posting that stuff on Reddit goes a long way. Seen a lot of people do that in the past where, hey, me and the friends were going to go. This thing happened. I can't go. People have been posting that stuff on Reddit. The sooner you do it, the better. So things and options that way. Or feel free to stop by my chat. Like I said, twitch.tv/Lawler. If you have questions about this kind of stuff, don't be afraid to come ask. As someone who's gone to literally every LAN except for Sweden and now this one, maybe. I don't know. I've got a little bit of experience about going to events like this. So if you have questions about certain things, if you're nervous about it, any of that kind of stuff, don't be afraid to come and ask. Or ask why I am or am not going. But yeah, my biggest concern, the biggest one, is definitely about tickets being available for 8. I just hope it's not the case, but I've seen this stuff happen in the past. Ticketmaster has always been kind of a not so ideal situation, but they also just charge like an exorbitant amount of fees for stuff that doesn't make sense. Either way, that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop those in the comments down below. Link to this post where you can actually find the link to purchasing the ticket also there. I assume Rocket League Esports and Rocket League will tweet it out as well. But with that said, if you guys do enjoy the content and have made it this far, greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys consider giving the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in tomorrow's video, which is talking about a certain team that has been bamboozled because their owner is not a good person. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned.